Something is not what it seems. Spirit has had me in this room for hours, working through different energies, kind of getting into the meat of the message here, which hasn't been easy, but it hasn't been tiring or frustrating either. It is definitely a journey I've been on, and this is part of the message, some kind of quest or journey adventure that you're embarking on. It's going to get right to the meat of something. And there is a difficult aspect here. I'll start with the good. The good is that there is a new world opening up to you. The first card that came through is straddling worlds, wandering between the realms. You are aware of an opening, okay? You see an opening for a different experience, for something to change. That said, it might feel very difficult knowing which direction to go in, or even stepping into this new world, even if you know this is the best direction to go into. And that's because the new world isn't created yet, the uncreated. It's available to you, but it hasn't fully formed yet. It's like some time needs to pass, but you're not meant to just be passive as the time passes. There's something that you need to get down to, and I know what it is. It's here. I'll talk to you in a minute about it. But you need to get down to something before you can see, know, and feel what this uncreated world is going to create itself into, because you're going to create it. Things will come together with coagulation. Right now, everything is kind of up in the air. It's like a sandstorm with the desert and ash, and we have overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. There's like a sandstorm. The ashes are, the embers and the ashes are floating through the air. Something has already been transmuted, broken down, burnt down. And now it's like it's coming to a close. It's closing out, but it hasn't closed out fully. We have the closed door in reverse. But it's getting there. And you're at this point where you're like, okay, it's closing out. There's a new world. I don't know what the new world is, or I can't really see it. There's nowhere to go back to, really. So what am I doing here? Well, Spirit's saying you're meant to get down to something, but Spirit's saying you're at an initiation point. You're being initiated, the crossing. You're on this bridge, the crossing. Okay, you've made a leap of faith. You've decided, I do want to close something out. I have moved away from that. And for some of you, what you've moved away from is a fear space. Not believing in yourself, or listening to what other people have to say, or going ahead with the collective and the status quo rather than forging out your own path. Okay? Some of you have decided, like, I'm brave and I don't agree with XYZ, and maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, but intuitively I feel this is my best path. Even if there's obstacles on this path, I know that they're meant for me to turn into opportunities. Okay, this is your energy. So you're having a real individuation, like you're breaking with collective thought forms, or caring what other people think, or doing something in a certain way. Someone wants you to do something. You've decided, like, no, that's not for me. And so the door is closing, and you can't really go back. I mean, you could, but you don't want to. I don't think you will. But then where do you step into? So here's the answer. What needs to happen now, and this is kind of a hard one. Well, there's some kind of elephant in the room. Not in this room. In this room. There's some kind of elephant in the room, for sure, with yourself. Something that hasn't been addressed yet. there is a lot of information that is coming towards you. Signs, synchronicities, messages, actual information you're collecting. And it could feel very overwhelming, overflow and plenty. But it's all there for your benefit. It's like the ash and the embers in the air. It's like the sand in the sandstorm. Yeah, it feels kind of like inconvenient or chaotic, or you don't know what to make of things, but it's all there as like material for you to cultivate and work with. I'm trying to ease into this part, but I don't really know how. Okay, I guess I'll just go ahead and say it, because I feel like it could be confronting, but, you know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my own projection onto the reading, okay? But what's been going on here, regardless of your gender, what's showing up is the triple moon goddess, mother, maiden, crone energy. And the mother energy is the in-between. So if you think about straddling between worlds, you have the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So mother is in between. So we had maiden show up. We had crone show up. And then the last card that fell out, I was like, oh, are we going to have the mother too? Nope. Instead, we had venom. So this is the energy that's standing in right now in this reading and in the energetic field as the mother archetype. It's the placeholder, the venom card. So there's something venomous going on when you think about the archetype of mother. So I'm going to read this card so we can get more information on what this is all about. It feels like maybe something is happening with your creations, your creativity. Maybe there's a difficult relationship that you're having with someone, and there's some kind of like negative mother energy involved with it, which could be like the devouring mother, super overprotective, just all consuming, projecting their fears onto you. It could be your actual mother. It could be a partner, even if the partner is a man. Like everybody has mother, father archetypes within them and dualities and all that, you know, all that stuff, right? But somebody around you could be like a devouring mother or dealing with a devouring mother, or this could be your own devouring mother. The point is there's some venomous energy trying to get into something that you're creating or it already has. And the Queen of Swords has showed up to show us like we're not going to deal with that. That's what your guides are saying. That's what your higher self is saying. We're going to cut this out. This is what needs to be cut out before we can create the new world we're stepping into. But we got to face it head on. There's no ignoring this energy. It's like the Queen of Swords came to cut the head off the snake. I don't know what that's referring to for everyone, but it is what I'm getting. And once that happens, to expel this venom that's affecting and maybe infecting something that you really care about, okay, then the mother, maiden, crone energy can all come together and work as one, rather than being split. Like right now, the maiden energy, which is creativity, fertility, abundance, joy, that is being split off from the crone energy, which is wisdom, magic, connection, instinct, intuition. Like they're separated right now. So your creations are maybe lacking this energy, or this energy is not finding an outlet to create, right? And it's being cut like, or divided from one another, kept apart, kept in two worlds from this venomous mother energy. And this energy is very sneaky, I'm feeling. Took me a long time to get here, to figure out like what is it that's going on exactly. So this could be your own inner critic, you know, your own mother inner critic. You're not good enough, or you should be doing this. Why Why don't you have 10 babies? And, you know, like there could be all kinds of thoughts that are affecting you here, or it could be like a super neglectful aspect of you, like, oh, who cares about that, when really you do. Or you're not taking care of your own well-being, your health, your mental health, your physical health. You're just neglecting yourself on some level. Or there's an external energy that you're dealing with that's venomous in the mother archetype. So let's take a look at this. And then I'm going to ask for, then we'll just go further. But let's see. The poison, the curse, the toxin. Much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide, and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Maybe I did this recently. Maybe you want to do a little bit of a meditation or a practice like breathing in like pure white light energy. Just envision breathing in new energy, creative energy, inspiring energy, peaceful, calm energy. Like visualize it. And then when you exhale, breathe out any like kind of cloudy, dark, murky energy, confusion that you've been holding inside. And just breathe it out, like expel it from yourself. And that could be helpful. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world. When the venom card appears, there's a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. Interesting energy. It says here, when you harm another, you harm yourself. Keep in mind, this goes for our earth as well, with cosmic consequences. This could be talking about a larger collective energy that you're picking up on. I mean, most likely this is influencing whatever it is that you're nurturing and creating, the external energies around us. And perhaps you need to cut through some of that energy, cut it off. Cut yourself off, or cut it off from you for some time, the external venom that we're subject to in the media or other people that we know who are just toxic. Something that is poisoning your well needs to be removed. Okay, so I'm going to ask a little bit more with the Queen of Swords what we can do here. Or what you can do, what we can do, what you can do. And that's part of it, right? Is realizing all are one. So if this is you being venomous to others, okay, which no judgment, sometimes that happens, right? We have shadows that get activated. We pass judgments, you know. So if this is you, just remember, all are one. Usually when we find someone that we don't like. Interesting. We actively go out of our way to find someone we don't like. I don't know who that's for, but maybe you have subconsciously or maybe consciously. It's usually because we're trying to deal with something in ourselves that we don't like. We're trying to like fix something, rectify something within ourselves. And oftentimes when we encounter that outside of ourselves, we can have a dialogue with that part of ourselves. If we're ready. If we're ready. Many people are not ready, I'm hearing. Many people. There's somebody here that's coming through, somebody you know or you've been made aware of. They could have what is that called? holier than thou. I never really say that, but it's like they think they're better, but it's even in a way where they feel like they're more spiritually equipped, or they have special access to source consciousness, and like other people, they're very judgmental, even though they might not. Yeah, I don't know. This could be something that you've come across and you're like, what's wrong with this person? And maybe there's something within yourself you need to look at to transform or integrate ways you judge yourself, maybe, or cast judgments upon others. Generosity of water. Queen of air, queen of water. Okay, I'm going to get one more. Something about programs running in the background. Two of earth. Oh, there we are again. In between. Look at this. The Queen of Cups with the Maiden, the Queen of Swords with the Crone, and Two of Pentacles with Venom. Yeah, it's like this is causing a split. There is something about the mother archetype that would be very beneficial for you to look at. Like, how has some of the childhood programming that you were subject to about maybe judging others or judging yourself influencing what you're creating, or how you're able to envision your future, or how you perceive obstacles even. Did you have an upbringing where your mother was like, if it's too hard, just give up and move on? Or did you have a mother who was like, go for it and really push through that obstacle? Like, what kind of mother did you have, or do you have? And if you didn't really have a relationship with your mother, perhaps that's what's, it's like you're finding it hard to take care of something that you really want to take care of. Is this making any sense? Okay, 5 of fire. Yeah, there's definitely conflict here. I'm going to end this soon, I think. Spirit. Yeah, the star at the bottom. We have the Knight of Wands and the 3 of water. And the star. And the life giver, the Empress. There's the mother. Okay. What a beautiful mother. The tower behind it. So when we do this kind of work, usually what happens is we're hurt. And then, like, when we work on mother archetypes or subconscious programming and how it's created toxins in our behavioral patterns or thought patterns or energetic work, typically we get sad, upset, angry, pissed off. And then hopefully we get to a point of either acceptance and understanding, could even be forgiveness. And then understanding how to separate that energy from ourselves, like realizing what is our energy and what was maybe our parents' energy. Some of you are remothering yourself, okay? Somebody is alchemy here. Somebody is coming to you with an opportunity. This is somebody, a person, probably masculine energy. And there's something about the introduction of this energy into your field that gets you to do something that you've really been struggling to do. Face something, address something, cut something off, see yourself as separate from, understand how to remother yourself, cut off someone who's got some mother stuff going on, like you do something very hard and very difficult. And this energy that comes in helps you. With the 3 of Cups, which I'm seeing as Mother, Maiden, Crone. But here they're all getting along. They're working together. And it's because of this Knight of Wands that comes through. And it's some kind of adventure with the star, the moon. Yeah, an adventure that feels destined. And this leads you to your victory. Okay? So that's what I have. I know it was a little like murky, but that's how the energy is right now. I hope this was helpful for you. I really do. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.